The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's straight. Empty.
Wentz. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz, his throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off around the 41. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Again, this is Chubb down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Up 2nd and 7.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Good. Makes the score Browns 13, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
A.J. Brown.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wentz now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On on second down. It's Hunt. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
At the 43.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
15-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darryl Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wentz's pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
3-yard pickup.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing on first is Wentz. This will be caught by Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll go down at the 28.
To Zach Ertz.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Second and inches.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Wilson on the tackle.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
The 23-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Browns 20, Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, Wentz escaping the pressure right, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, and that takes us from second to third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And a loose football. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. Come on and get it. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Touchdown, Browns. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Browns 26, Eagles 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Complete to Miles
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Wentz now on first down. Now he's flushed out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
Number 24, Nick.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bima Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 10-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and
the ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Browns, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4.